Hey guys, Frostlim here. Welcome to another Clash of Clans video. We are going to be doing a war recap today, and as you noticed, the scores actually tied. So, I'm not going to show you the percent to see who actually won. We're going to show some of the replays first, and you can kind of guess in the comments section who won. But yeah, I know at least some of you will look at the score at the end of the video, and then guess. But just you know, if you want to be a good person, don't do it. Anyway, so let's start out with my attacks. I actually got all 6 stars, which is pretty nice. I actually did a go Laloon for my first attack on number 1, which I think this might be the second time I've ever done one in war. So, you know, I was pretty satisfied with it. It actually got really close when it comes to time. I'll explain later. So, our kill squad, we wanted to get 2 air defenses, the clan castle, and the defending queen down, which was a lot to ask, but since they were all so close to the outside, I was pretty sure we could get that task done pretty quickly. Well, not pretty quickly, but we could get it done. It actually got pretty close, but our queen was able to just clutch it with us, with the wizards for us, which was kind of nice. So now it's time to move on to the Laloon portion. I attacked from the 2 other air defense sides. I put 2 lava hounds on one. I meant to put a haste spell on this end, but I put the rage spell there. Wasn't an issue, it still helped out. Then on the other side, I put my last lava hound in the clan castle, my balloon, the rest of my balloons, and a haste spell. And then I kind of just painted the whole map with haste whenever I needed them, which was kind of nice. That's what's so good about being able to take haste spells, because you can have so many of them. You can basically paint the whole map with them. And notice, I did so well that 2 of my lava hounds didn't even pop. Okay, that was the first of the 3 that popped right there. Which is, see, there's 2 of them still alive. And the issue with that is, because they did not explode, it means they had not summoned the lava pups, which means they're doing, like, almost no damage. Because of that, we almost run out of time. I believe there were like 8 seconds left. I don't know, but it became really close. Because, you know, I believe level 2 hounds pop and get 10 lava pups each. So we currently have 3 pups. Whereas we should have like a lot more if the other 2 had popped. But it ends out working. But it was really close and probably, you know, it's nice when you do really well, but when you do so well that your lava hounds don't explode, that almost becomes an issue. Thankfully, it wasn't this time, so. But there were 8 seconds left at the end of the raid, which was really close. But we managed to pull it off. Honestly, this whole war, the time has been against me. My second attack, again, like I said, I got more stars. Well, obviously, I got 3 stars again. I did a go-ho this time, because I thought, you know what, this base, because I didn't think I could get both of those air defenses with my kill squad, so I decided, you know what, let's just stick it safe and do what I know better, which is go-ho, because that's what I've done through Town Hall 8 and mid-game Town Hall 9, and I'm still doing it even now. It's just that, you know, I'm trying to switch my strategy just so I can, you know everything a little bit better. So, my goal is to take out the clan castle, the defending queen, and just then tank as much as we can, like, have our, high health units tank for the hog riders as much as we can, which we do. We have a lot of, defenses, over there, distracting for the hog riders. I try to use my heal spells very frugally, only using them when I need them. I placed one there because it was a very high concentrate area of defenses. There was a giant bomb there, but there were so few hog riders, I decided just to let them go, because what's funny is one actually lives and ends up taking down both the mortar and the air defense. But yeah, I used my second to last heal spell there, and then it's pretty much safe here. My queen has a little bit of health left, but that's fine. I used my poison spell to slow down and kill the skeletons, and then my last heal spell probably wasn't even needed, but I used it just for safety measures, and I used it right there. And as you can see, wasn't a super close raid, but if you didn't notice, everybody is all in one area, so we're pressed on time now, because the queen's just attacking walls because she needs to get, like, she's kind of stuck. I mean, she could go back over here, but she wants to get to the, Dark Elixir storage, and don't get me wrong, I probably would too, but, you know, it would have been smarter had she just let the hog riders do that and work around at the bottom. ends up working out, but I believe this raid only had 12 seconds left, which was more than last raid, but I mean, still, I mean, if you get less than 20 seconds left, then you start getting really worried. I mean, I just always get stressed when I'm in war and there's only a few seconds left, just because it's like, you know, you 3-starred the base, but you're gonna run out of time. But, yeah, thankfully, we end up being able to get all the buildings just in the nick of time. Few Hoggars left. It would be better if the Hoggars had split up, but, you know, they didn't because they all go as a group. Makes sense. So, now I'm going to show you, a couple raids on our opponent's side, so you can see who did the better raids. So, we're going to show the attack against, our number 2 through, 4, I believe, which I believe might have been their best attacks, or, well, actually, it was probably their most skilled attacks, anyway. It wasn't, you know, because this raid wasn't, you saw, it was a 91% 2-star, but yeah, he's trying to make a good funnel here, which is good to do. He's kind of doing it, like, you know, he doesn't, he knows that the Valkyries will easily go on the outside, and he wants to make sure that the Valkyries get in there. Wait, was there a wall breaker in the clan castle? I don't think it was, okay. Anyway, but he's being smart, and he wants to make sure that his Valkyries all go in the center. But what happens is, there's a bunch of area splash that ends up taking out a bunch of his Valkyries, which probably ends up costing him here, but most of them end up living for now. You can see he's still going fairly strong, but his king is about to die. He's got some golems and wizards down here working out. This wizard right here provides him so much value. It, like, takes out so much because the golems are just all tanking. But yeah, as you can see, you're thinking right now, this could probably be a 3-star, but, you know, it's pretty close. The issue was his Valkyries went on the outside. And see, here's the thing. Even if your Valkyries get funneled into the core, they still often will go, like, on the outside once they get through, because they'll just, like, veer off to the side, which is one of the issues with Valkyries. I'm not quite sure if there's a specific tactic to get around that. As you see that wizard right there, he's still working his way. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way to counter that, but, you know, it's definitely a downside to Valkyries. It's harder to get them to funnel. But as you can see, he basically has a golem, a wizard, which is about to die, and his queen. So, it's possible, especially with his queen's ability, it just all depends on if the golem can start tanking for the queen. And so, what happens here is the queen gets going. Okay, here was the issue. He used his ability way too early. If he had used it later, he definitely would have 3-starred this. Why? Because he could have used it, like, while the cannon or wizard tower was shooting her, so that the queen would have lived to take out that wizard tower. But nope, he uses it early. It's always best to wait till the very last second to use your queen's ability. The king, I would say, use it when he gets, like, just under half health, so that his rage effect stays on until before he, like, you know, it ends before he dies. But the queen, you know, she's invincible until her ability wears off. So, you know, you want to wait the last second on your queen, but your king, I would say, wait till under half health. That's at least my idea. He ends up running out of time, and either way, his golemites wouldn't have gotten it done. So, definitely a really close raid right there, 91%. Probably kind of annoyed. Like, our opponents were probably pretty annoyed by that. But yeah, let's just show this attack on number 3. This one was a 3-star. And I think the reason is because the Valkyries were a little bit easier to funnel and keep funneled. As you can see, there's a straight a straight passageway to the core, and then it's just kind of set up as a pretty, like, easy base to funnel with, you know. So, again, he's using the exact same tactic as the last attack. I've noticed most of their clan uses a lot of Valkyrie attacks, which is not necessarily bad, but, you know, it's just kind of surprising, because most clans end up mixing it up a little bit. Different characters do different things. A lot of his Valkyries, like, actually, no, not many of his Valkyries end up dying here, but yeah. Then, if you notice, all of his Valkyries end up getting to the core. Now, this guy is not using any rage spells. I think that's because he used the Earthquake. So, I'm not sure, like, I would have probably brought, like, 2 heal and 1 rage, or 2 rage and 1 heal. One of those two, I'm not quite sure which. But, you know, it ends up working out. I mean, he gets a 3-star, so I can't really say anything against him. But yeah, it's just so weird to see, because, like, my queen's level 20, and it's just impressive to see how much more powerful level 20 queen is over a level 5 queen. But yeah, as you can see, there's so many troops left. He even just used that heal spell when he didn't need to. So, you could tell this is definitely going to be a 3-star. Not even really a close one. I mean, a lot of Valkyries are left. Just a pretty well done raid, to be honest. So, right now, all the defenses are gone. It's just up to cleanup, which he finishes right now. Actually, his king didn't even use the ability. So, yeah, it's kind of impressive. But yeah, we'll show the final attack that they... Well, not the final attack that they did, but the final attack that they did that we will show you today. And again, another Valkyrie raid. Why? Because all of their people that were Town Hall 9s used Valkyries. Maybe even... No, I don't think they have a Town Hall 8. But yeah, all of their people who have Valkyries used Valkyries, basically. So, again, that's not necessarily bad. Just kind of surprising that there's no variety there. What's nice is... Well, I mean, it's not nice because he still 3-stars us. But by the time they actually get in, there was basically a whole golem that was down to... Golemites, but sadly he was not being fired upon, so he didn't split. So yeah, as you can see, his Valkyries are kind of veering off to the side, but which is kind of why it surprises me that he ends up 3-starring it. But you know, it ends up working out, especially since those Valkyries go over there. But I guess he had enough wizards that did not die to splash damage that it ended up being okay. So that's the thing with wizards; it's so easy for them to die to splash damage, but yet. They, you know, they're good if they don't die, but yet they can easily die splash damage. But yeah, as you can see, he's got about 2/3 of the base done. It's hard to tell if you're going to get a 3-star or not, but since the Valkyries are going around kind of tanking so that the king doesn't die, and he has, see, look, his wizards are still alive. The wizards are what made it so that this was a 3-star. See, even his queen died over there, but yeah. You can tell, I mean, he even still has a couple wizards he hasn't deployed yet. So, you can definitely tell it was the wizards that made this a 3-star, because the Valkyries didn't go in. But notice he even still has a full-size golem, although I guess that's because he's so slow, he just stays in the back. But yeah, not a super close raid just because of the wizards, but yeah, actually he didn't even deploy 2 of his archers, I think. Yeah, but that was the raid on their side. So, now we will see the end product of the war and who won. If we win, this will be our 4th win in a row, and it will be probably our closest war. I think we've won by percentage once before this, but yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and well, okay, let's just say it. We lost by 0.4%. I mean, seriously, I don't know, I feel like it's hard to argue with that, just considering, you know... 0.4%, that's less than 1%. That is legitimately, we lost by 4 buildings. And honestly, actually a few of our attacks, our people, my clanmates kind of admitted that, you know, that they were good attacks, but they weren't quite 3-star worthy, but they were so slow that they ran out of time before they could get the 3-star. And if they were faster, they could have definitely gotten more buildings, so that, you know, they definitely could have gotten we definitely could have gotten at least more than 4 buildings. But, yeah, it was definitely a close one, but honestly, it all depends on how many mistakes each clan makes, and on this war, it was just us that made more mistakes. It was definitely a close war on both clans. I'd say we both put a good fight into it. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.